All right, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of my very own. What is this? Not a podcast, but I guess I would just say just talking into a mic in my bedroom. But I'm joined today with not one but two people, two awesome people that I know very well. It's my boy Ire Akinsola.
Yup.
And then the beautiful Lav and Ire Hardin.
Hello.
What's going on, you guys? Welcome back.
Dude, I've been waiting to get on this podcast for the longest, man. I'm happy to be here.
Okay, Ire, I got you, bro. What is up, you guys? Thanks for coming on. So, I mean, the past couple weeks haven't been, or the past couple week, I mean, it hasn't really been the easiest week in our country. A lot of stuff happened, and a lot of stuff involving racial injustice, first and foremost, is something I want to go over. And then obviously the loss of Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace to him. We'll get to him a little bit too. But first, I kind of just want to go over what happened in Wisconsin. I think the video broke out, I want to say Monday night, Tuesday morning, something like that. Last Tuesday morning. And it was a video of an officer following a person around their car and shooting them in the back 7 times. And Jacob Blake's kids were in the back of that car, and you could hear him screaming, and just, I mean, it's just horrible. I kind of just want to get your guys' thoughts first and foremost on kind of what's going down. Anyone?
Man, just the fact that this happened again, like, I literally could not believe it. You know, like, after everything that happened, you know, I felt like we were moving forward, and, you know, to see that video again, like, to see another video, another name added onto the list, that is just insane to me. Like what, when did George Floyd happen? Like, July?
Yeah, something like that.
June, you know, and now, you know, this is like August just passed, obviously, and, you know, there's another name added to the list. So I literally I just can't believe, like, that just happened, and, you know, that we haven't really progressed from this still.
Lavender?
When I first saw the video, I was just like, are we even making any type of progress, you know? Especially with the police justice system in America. Like, you know, all these protests, like, is it helping? I mean, I know that it's getting, like, a lot of people's attention, like, it's being filmed and everything, but I'm like, come on now, like, we really gotta point our focus and direction at the police system, you know? Mm-hmm. We really gotta start breaking down on that, even though we are trying, but what we're doing right now, I don't think it's helping as much, I would say. It's just like, you know, we're trying so hard, and yet here we go again. Here's another black person getting killed again. So
yeah, I mean that basically sums it up right there. I mean, if to me, I mean just off, you know, basic human decency, I mean, just that, you know, seeing that, like, if you haven't seen the video, I mean, that video alone should just be the message in itself. It doesn't really get that much easier to kind of see how there is a difference and how there is something wrong and something's not adding up. And to me, if you still can't see that, there's an issue. There's a big problem. It's not just, I don't know, maybe the way you think. It could be the way you were raised. But to me, it's, if you see a video like that, I don't care what is going on. I don't care what was going on. I don't care what was going on leading up to what you know needed to have one officer. There were 3 officers, I think, in that video,
Yeah.
And the fact that they can get that situation under control without the use of firearms and just unnecessary, like excessive violence, is a little just very mind-boggling to me. It really frustrates me, and it frustrates a lot of people. Just kind of keeping it PG, frustrating. It's very messed up, and it's really just disgusting to see that, this, country hasn't progressed, like you said. And it seems like nothing's happened, and it seems like, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, it seemed like we haven't progressed at all from what we've seen from the past. So, yeah. Man,
dude, it is so disappointing and heart-wrenching to see this happen again, and, to have to say the same things. Even if someone's doing something illegal, commits a crime, that's not like a death sentence on the spot. You can't just like kill somebody on the spot for having a fake $20 bill, or for, I don't know, breaking up a fight. I think that's what happened. Mm-hmm. That's what I heard. He was breaking up a fight, and you can't just shoot a guy 7 times. And what's worse is, like, a couple of days later, that thug pulled up and like shot like 3 people. Mm-hmm. And then, he had due process of the law and everything. And he was treated like a human being, even though he had, that giant bazooka over his shoulder. And I heard like, some people on Instagram saying like, oh, Jacob Blake was reaching for a knife or something like that. Like, even if he was reaching for a knife that may or may not be there, that he may or may not be using, that's still not enough.
Yeah. Ire's kind of handling something right now. Laughter, you want to jump in real quick?
Yeah, so basically, to piggyback off what Ire was saying, you can't, a police officer cannot be a jury executioner right on the spot. Mm-hmm. They don't have the right to determine whether somebody lives or dies. Right. So that's something that police officers need to get through their heads, no matter what color they are, what race, what gender. Mm-hmm. It still doesn't give them a right to determine somebody's fate, whether they live or go home tonight,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And E-Ray was also talking about, I think it was like Kyle Rittenhouse. I think that's what his name was. The guy who was, apparently protecting, quote unquote, a business. And again, this is a white kid, it looked like, 17 years old, holding, a firearm and just walking through the streets. Nothing happened. I mean, exactly. There is obviously a huge drop off from where, how, police officers react towards white people than they do to people of color. And I mean, it's, people use that comparison. It's just, you really can't put into words like how easier it kind of gets to kind of see the picture. And whatever anyone says, I don't really care what your stance is, or really care like what evidence you have. That's fucked up. And I mean, thank God Jacob Blake is still alive and he pulled through. But it's just, what if he didn't, What if he didn't? He's just another name put on a list that, I mean, everyone keeps crying out for peace and justice, but yet it's not being served. Like, it's been over almost 200 days since Breonna Taylor got killed and nothing's happened. And you still hear countless people crying out for justice and peace, and it's not happening. And I don't know what it is, but all I can say is that people need to voice their opinions through voting. Like, I honestly don't care I don't care really who you vote for, but just vote. Because I think last election, like 60% of the people of the people in the United States voted. I mean, it's really not a good representation of what, kind of freedom of like, you know, speech, freedom of like, you know, I mean, it's your decision. It's your basic human rights to vote. And if you're not doing that, you're doing a disservice to your country, and you're doing a disservice to yourself. So, but yeah, we kind of lost Ire for a little bit, but yeah, like you kind of saw through like pro sports and stuff. They boycotted some games, playoff games, starting with the Milwaukee Bucks, and then the Lakers canceled their game, and then the Rockets canceled their game.
Yeah, WNBA,
MLB.
Baseball? Did they do that?
Yeah, baseball did.
Yeah.
And then Naomi Osaka, the tennis player, she sat out of the semifinal match, I think. I don't really follow tennis, but I heard she sat out. But, you know, I mean, the boycott, I mean, it's gotten to a point that, you know, even through a playoff series, like, teams need to, you know, voice their opinion and stuff, which I think is great. Hold on, Ire's back. But yeah, you know, teams need to voice their beliefs and their opinions and make it known, because it's just, it's what, you know, what more can they do, you know? A lot of players just want to go back home and like protest and stuff and help out in the community, but you know, that's what I saw. Lavender, I don't know if you have anything else to add, but
what I do want to say is that, you know, me being a Black person in America and just having to see the things and hear the things that I've seen, and you know, in the end, you know, I really do want peace, but like, I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired of having to see another Black person being killed by a police officer, or, you know, just something along those lines. It's just getting to the point where you're just sick and tired of seeing it, into the point where I want to keep myself in the loop on social media, but I also want to take a break from seeing it, because it really is mentally draining and like emotionally draining, because, you know, it's really depressing. Like, it gets to a point where you just like, I can't be on the internet today. Like,
yeah.
You know, another person being killed, I'm like, come on now, like, that person was trying to make a difference in their life, especially with all this racism. It gets really heavy. It really does.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like you said, like, you need to kind of like take a break from social media. I know people are voicing, you know, their beliefs and their opinions on the internet. You know, I get that's awesome. I try to do as much as I can. But yeah, you know, like you said, sometimes like I don't want to be on Twitter, because I feel like I'm just going to get mad. I feel like I'm going to get frustrated. I feel like I'm just going to see the same stuff over and over again, and nothing's going to change. But I mean, it's really tough, just because, like you said, I mean, you're tired of it. I'm tired of it. A lot of people hopefully are tired of seeing the same thing happen over and over again to an innocent life that was just, I mean, just seeing the kids, man, you know, like I can't imagine being in that position and seeing my children in the backseat or something like that. Or like if I had children and seeing them in the backseat and stuff, and it's just, and just seeing like that, like an officer just about to like just firing off 7 rounds like in front of, you know, kids that have so much like life ahead of them and so much to learn and so much to enjoy about childhood, and seeing that happen is just very, very, it saddens me a lot, because I think our country is at a point where we have a lot of resources to teach the young about what's right and what's wrong, but it's if we want to do it or not. I mean, a lot of people want to do it, but it's like, there's a lot of people opposed to it, and their thing is just forget about it. It'll blow over, but it hasn't blown over yet. It's really just it's very hard, and like it really makes me sad, and it really saddens me to see that happen to kids at a young age, because those kids could have lost their father that day, and they could have watched it happen. So it's just bad. It really is bad. But
just a lot of emotions really does tie into it. It really does.
Yeah. All right, Ire's back.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, we're still kind of just continuing with the events of Jacob Blake and stuff. Do you have anything to add, Ire?
I'll just continue from where I stopped. So I was going to say that, those police officers, I think it was 3 against 1.
Yeah. And
they should be trained verbally and physically on how to handle high pressure situations. Mm-hmm. So I can't take shooting someone in the back 7 times as an excuse for someone potentially having a knife. You see wild animals in the street and they use tranquilizers. They know techniques and all this stuff about how to deal with the situation. I definitely feel like there's so many ways that specific situation could have gone. Instead of shooting a man seven times in his back. Warning shots. I don't like. You have 3 men against 1 man. 1 man who probably doesn't know any like fighting skills, and you have 3 police officers trained who went to police academies and all these things, and their only result is to see is to pick up their gun and shoot the man in the back, and then with the other guy, I don't know his name.
Yeah, we lost Ire for a little bit again. But yeah, I mean, sorry for the technical difficulties, but yeah, I think the overall message is just, I mean, it's just right from wrong, really. If you can't see that visually, if you can't accept, what other people are saying, if you're just ignorant and can't kind of just keep your mind, thinking one way, and just, I mean, I really don't know what to say. It's just, I didn't even know about making an episode this week because I didn't know what I could kind of talk about. But I think the fact of the matter is that an innocent man could have lost his life at the hands of officers who were armed and trained, and there's a big issue there, and people demand justice, and people demand for peace. And once again, our government has failed, our law enforcement has failed, and then at this point, I'm just sounding like a broken record right now. So, but,
I mean, at this point, I believe that all of us sound like a broken record. Like, yeah. How many times do we have to say the same thing over and over again in order for our voices to actually be heard and taken into action? Yeah. That's what a lot of people are at this point. Mm-hmm. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, you try and spread awareness, and you try and raise money, you try and protest, and you try and just stay optimistic. But when stuff like this happens, it's just like, am I actually like doing anything? Is there a reason why no change is coming? And I think that's the sad part, is that it'll feel like sometimes nothing's going to happen, nothing's going to change, and people are just going to believe that the way that they want to believe. But I mean, it's simple. I mean, to me, I break it down like this. I mean, a white man was carrying a firearm through a street, through the streets. Could have been unregistered, could have been registered, whatever. There are cops lining the streets. He didn't. I don't think he got a finger put on him. And then, it was like Jacob Blake was shot in the back 7 times for walking away. I mean, I don't care if he has to like cooperate. I don't really care if he has to, listen to you as a police officer, but easily you could have just spun him around or something. Like you have 3 officers there, and for you to have to fire 7, not 1, not 2, not 3, 7 rounds. I don't see that as an excuse. I don't think that's an accident. 7 shots in the back is not an accident. That's you're trying to kill him. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I mean, I'm tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it, and I want change. And I'm not going to stop feeling this way until we get change. So I encourage you all to go out there and vote in November. Please vote. I'm going to keep advocating to vote. Even if you don't follow politics, even if you don't have like a side, I encourage you to do a little bit of research and then vote. That's all I have to say.
That's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm not a person for politics, but for the longest, I was like so against voting. I was just like, I'm not gonna vote. I'm not gonna do it. But after what's been going on during this pandemic, I have finally registered. Still gonna do my research, and I'm gonna vote because we need it. We really do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's all I really wanted to say about that. I felt like it needed to be talked about just because it was said. But kind of gonna move away from this. I think it was Friday. We experienced the loss of Chadwick Boseman. He acted in roles like 42, Black Panther.
Get on up.
Yeah, Get On Up. I didn't even know he was in that movie. But what else? He was in Marshall, Draft Day. I mean, he was just a brilliant actor. Really was. I mean, he paved the way for a lot of other people. Obviously, I watched the ABC special about him. He went to Howard, one of the all black colleges in America.
Right there.
What's up?
That's my dream school right there.
Howard? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he paved the way for a lot of actors of color, and he was a real hero to a lot of people, and losing him so early was a shock. And to cancer, it was just, a shame. It really was a shame because he inspired a lot of people. He inspired me. E-Ray's back. Let's see if... But yeah, I mean, it was a big loss. I think it took the world by shock and stuff. Hey, E-Ray.
Hey, man. Dude, I'm so sorry. My phone is acting up.
It's all good. We're talking about Chadwick Boseman right now.
All right.
Yeah. So I'll throw it over to you guys. Obviously, you guys are African American. Kind of just tell me your thoughts on how that went.
Did you already go left?
No, you can go ahead first.
Yeah, go.
Oh, I was still saw the news. Like, it really broke my spirit. I was so shocked, and I literally could not believe it. I still can't believe it. Like, Chadwick Boseman, I didn't, no one knew that he was ever sick, when he did all those movies. Great in all of them.
Yeah.
And man, it was devastating. It's definitely a hard loss, losing him, losing Kobe, losing, a ton of people this year.
Yeah.
That was the king. He was our king for
Yeah.
this entire, man. It's such a hard loss. R.I.P. to a great one.
Definitely. Lav, go ahead.
So when I first heard the news, I honestly thought it was a hoax. I was just like, come on, that's not even funny. Like, who would joke around and put that on their Snapchat story? And then, check on Instagram, and I was just like, this cannot be real. Like, this is not even cool. Like, are you serious? Like, what's been going on? I'm just like, are we for real? It's just like Kobe all over again. It's just like XXX all over again. I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Like, 2020 cannot get any more worse than it already is. That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was kind of remembering, I was just like, I remember he popped up on my Instagram timeline before this happened, and it was like a video about how people were talking about how he was looking on Instagram. Yeah, and I could tell, like, physically he was looking thinner than he normally did. I was just like, something's not up. Like, he doesn't look well. Is he, like, not eating right? And I remember so many people were clowning him about it. And I'm just like, why do you feel the need to clown how he looks? Like, that's something a lot of people joke about nowadays in our society, and it's not okay. You never know what people are going through in their life. You don't know what silent battles that they're talking about, what they're going through. And so that's the reason why we really got to be kind to people in life. It got so bad for him to the point he had to disable his comments on Instagram. And it's just finding that out just really pissed me off, that he felt so discouraged to the point he had to do that on his own social media platform.
Yeah.
And I was just like, he was really going through it. He was battling stage 4 cancer, and he really did fight hard, especially he was diagnosed back in 2016, 2015.
Yeah,
right?
I heard 2016.
2016.
Yeah, and he was out here doing all these amazing films, and he was really doing the damn thing, and he was
doing that and some more.
Yeah, and it really does amaze me. He was truly magnificent, honestly. And it's just like, another great Black leader that passes away. It just really does hit me. It still doesn't feel real. It really doesn't.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was really hard to accept, but obviously, the way 2020 has been going, I don't think anything's I feel like everything's real now. We're losing so many great people, either due to this virus or due to tragedies that have occurred in the past couple months, and it seems like anything can happen. But to me, Chadwick Boseman was someone he was very humble in what he did. He carried himself very professionally, and it made people like him a lot more. I'm seeing a lot of like the behind the scenes interviews he did with, Black Panther the movie, or surprising fans and stuff, and it just touches your heart a little bit, just because he was a great person, out of character. Not only on screen, he was amazing. Didn't have a lot of drama behind the curtains and stuff, but he was truly great at what he did. And I know a lot of kids are, and a lot of people are mourning his loss, especially with a movie like Black Panther, because it inspires a lot of kids to go after their dreams and stuff, being a person of color, so it's really, really appealing. But yeah, also playing, characters with like Thurgood Marshall, Jackie Robinson, and then, like you said, that other movie, what was it?
Get On Up.
Get on up. So yeah, it was a big loss. Definitely shocked me, but like I said, 2020 has not been the best year at all. So I'm really looking forward to 2021. I could honestly just give this year a see you later, but
Deuces.
yeah.
Peace
But
out.
yeah, man. Hold on. I gotta what am I doing? Sorry, I just saw your guys' chat thing. I'm trying to figure out how to fix it. Okay.
Yeah, because it popped up, and I'm like, does that mean it's just gonna cut out while we talking, or?
Nah. Well, we're still talking, so it's all through the microphone. So
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. You guys have anything else to say?
Regarding moving on to 2021, 2021 is going to be, exactly the same in terms of police brutality. If things don't change, you're still going to see the same things. If police officers don't change, if law enforcement doesn't listen to all the voices, if there's no efforts put into climate change, a lot of the things are going to repeat themselves. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, 2021's cursed," blah 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 blah. It's like there are things that need to be taken care of, and there are things that we need to take steps towards into making 2021 a lot better than 2020 it was.
Yeah, you actually touched on a really important thing there. Like you said, a lot of people think 2020 is terrible, which it is.
No doubt about that.
No doubt. Definitely agree there. But a lot of people think once December 31st comes at 12 a.m., everything's just going to be fixed.
It's all going to be like Summer 16.
It's all going to be it's all going to be like a movie. As much as I want that to happen.
Yeah, don't we all?
Until we see some improvement, we're going to be back at square one where we were at the beginning of this year. So I think that's one kind of harsh reality thing to remember. As much as I believe that this year sucks and I would just rather move forward for next year, there's still there's going to be a lot of the same things happening if there isn't change regarding COVID and social injustice and, like you said, climate change even. The world around us is freaking...
Man, did you see the sun? There was smoke in Livermore.
Yeah.
The sun looked like it was on fire. I know that's not, possible, but,
Wildfires, too.
But it was, there was smoke everywhere. The smoke, I thought there were clouds. It was unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still ash on my car. I gotta get that off.
Ash?
Yeah, there was ash on all of the cars in the driveway.
Man, I told you, the sun is burning, man. I told you.
It's the smoke. But yeah, I had a lot of goals for 2020, I think everyone did. But I remember even typing them out on a piece of paper or writing them out on a piece of paper what I wanted to accomplish. And it was going kind of good in January until we lost Kobe.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. God bless Kobe and his family. But once that kind of happened, and then the domino effect occurred, and it's very deflating. Not only from my standpoint because of things that I've had to endure in the past, but kind of just in general because I know this is a very important time in a lot of people's lives, whether it be graduating high school, college, working, getting married. A lot of that stuff's put on hold right now. Starting a family, things like that. And it's really taken a lot of opportunities away from those who have worked so hard to get to this point, and it's just being taken away from them. And I don't know about you guys, but it's just, I mean, I feel for those people. I really do. But I'm just kind of blessed that I'm still here doing my thing. I'm blessed that I'm still here talking to you guys, and I'm blessed that you guys have been in my life for me to talk to and stuff. So
shout out to you too.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. I mean, it's been rough on all of us, and I mean, shit, it's already September. So it's just like, what's next? So, but
I don't even, to be honest, I don't know if I really want to know what's next. Cause
yeah, let's
just wait and see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it really has been hard. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of getting lost here in my own thoughts. But
I'm right there with you. I really am.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been tough. It really has been. But it's hard to kind of celebrate anything, Like, I was even watching the VMAs, and
I did not watch that.
Yeah, well, I watched the recording.
Okay.
The Weeknd got he got an award, and he didn't even celebrate. He's like, yeah, it's kind of hard to celebrate this award right now, but I mean, that kind of sums it up right there, how I'm feeling, right. Even the small wins, it's like, is it really a win though, but
yeah,
it's kind of like, what's the word, like an alternate reality, I would say. Like, it just feels so odd and different to even do or see the normal things that we normally do on a regular daily basis. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right on. Like, it literally feels like I'm doing the same thing every single day, the same routine. Like, it's like a TV show.
Yeah.
Everything just starts over, and then there's a new day.
It's like almost the definition of insanity. Like, you keep on doing the same exact thing over and over again, but you're expecting a different result.
Mm-hmm.
But
word, for real.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Like, I know everyone kind of has their future plans and stuff right now, but for me, it's like, are those future plans even going to happen?
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm trying to transfer after this year. I don't know if I'm going to be doing school again from my house, or if I'm going to be moving out to wherever that location may be. I don't know kind of the timetable of how many days I have left here in Livermore, or how many more days I still have left, So yeah, not only college, but other stuff, what are kind of what's kind of the timetable with my job, what's kind of the next steps, with other things in life, whatever they may be. And I think it's really the uncertainty that seems very gray and kind of scary, It's just not knowing what could happen in the next year or 2 years or even 6 months.
And you can't plan. Really.
Yeah. And you really can't plan right now until you see some sort of improvement. But I mean, holy shit, it's been 8 months and nothing's happened. And in fact, it's gotten worse. So, it's really easy for people right now to kind of just roll over and kind of just say, forget it. I had a good run. Let me just pack it up and head on out. But I think it's important to kind of, remember the things that you do have in life. And throughout this whole thing, I've kind of taken inventory, and I'm thankful for a lot of things. And I've definitely been blessed to have what I have right now, and doing my thing. And I'm sure you guys have the things that you're thankful for and stuff. But like I said, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to be doing in a year from now. But yeah, I don't think anyone does, but I really hope something changes and that improvement does come, because again, it's really hard. it's really hard for people to kind of hold on sometimes. But I think if you just remember the good things in life, then and kind of just remember your why, I think I think you're unstoppable. But I don't know.
You mentioned a good thing, dude. Like, remember your why. For anyone listening, it's the same for everyone across the country, across the world. Well, some people are out of quarantine right now, so not across the world. That's a different story. But it's the same for everyone in the country. Just keep your head down and keep doing all the things you love. And, try your best just to stay happy and live happy day every single day. And,
retweet.
Exactly. You just really got to take one day at a time. Don't get too far ahead of yourself.
Right, exactly. Like, just keep having good days. Stack up the good days. That's what I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But,
how's online school going for you guys?
What's up?
We're all at Las Positas. How's online school going for you guys?
It's going.
Yeah. Taking 3 classes right now, so I literally been doing homework for fun now and staying ahead.
Yeah, I take notes to eat up time in class. So, but yeah, I mean, it's really just making sure you have everything done and
right.
Getting everything in order and prioritizing what needs to be done and what doesn't need to be done. But aside from that, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, I've just really been striving to be an overachiever.
Exactly. Just getting stuff done early.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's my new idea for fun.
There you go. I mean,
I really love all the teachers who don't have Zoom, like don't make Zoom mandatory and just post all the assignments.
I love that.
That's all my classes right now.
I love that.
So I was like, I'm not trying to wake up at 9 a.m. to listen to some
Thank God I don't have an 8 a.m. class.
Nah.
Thank God.
Just post your assignment and go. Like, shut up. Post the equation. Post
Don't talk to me. Don't talk
lectures.
to me.
I'm not trying to talk to y'all. I don't know y'all. Post your stuff and go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Be like, come on, take off your webcam. Be like, no.
Yeah, I don't want. I mean, like.
I don't want you looking at my.
I got my drag on, everything. I ain't trying to.
Yeah. There's so much stuff that happens on Zoom class. Like, dude, breakout rooms. Those are so freaking awkward.
It's just like someone that you don't even know. Like, it's completely random. Like,
all the screens are turned off. It's like,
sometimes they don't even want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, I've had people. This one dude, I was supposed to be paired up with him, and then I was in the break room all by myself, and I was just like, this is fun. And then here she comes in and she checks on, and she's like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, oh, he left. And she's like, what?
Yeah, it's like, what? I don't know what you want me to do. Like, this guy's not even talking. But,
exactly.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah. But I think it's cool that you can do class anywhere. Like, I've done class on my couch. I've done class on my bed. I've done class while, playing video games and stuff. Like,
I know, right? I've done class sleeping.
Yeah.
That's
gone to class. What? What? How's that make sense?
Exactly.
I'm trying to.
As you sleep, you let it play, and then it marinates in your brain.
Oh, osmosis, yeah.
Yeah, it's just exactly osmosis. Yeah. You just open up your mind. You gotta drink water before. So
drink water, then sleep on your textbooks. Yeah.
That's the key to success, man. That's the key to success.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna start wrapping it up. We can talk a little bit after, but I really appreciate you guys coming on and joining me again. Tough times, man. Tough times, but tough times don't last. Tough people do. Keep that in mind. If you've finished this episode, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, smash the like button, follow Ire and Lavender. Both their socials are on the screen and in the description below. And yeah, man, it is what it is. Continue to stay positive. Continue to have a positive outlook on everything. And we'll see you in the next. We'll see you in the next episode. See you later. Peace.